Hi gang, you're listening to the Nerd Blitz with Doom and Fitz. I'm Doom.
And I'm Fitz.
Farnsworth did a crazy laugh every once in a while.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
I don't know. I thought you said one time you weren't a big fan of Futurama.
No, I'm not real huge on it, but I did used to watch it when it was on, like, after Simpsons.
Yeah, the first run.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, dude. I love Family Guy, like, so much. Like, you wouldn't believe how much I love Family Guy, but I would give up Family Guy for Futurama, because Futurama to me was fucking gold.
Yeah, it had some good stuff in it I liked. I liked the episodes where they did more than one, I think, but there was one for sure where they had, like, the entire cast of The Next Generation on.
Yeah.
And it was, like, actually them doing their voices and shit.
Yeah. Like, they went to a planet, and it was like...
Yeah, some cloud monster or something kidnapped them, right? And wanted them to make their own episode.
Yeah, there was some crisis, and they went to this planet, and they're like, there's fucking nothing here. Why are we here? If I remember right, yeah, and this cloud dude comes up, and he's like...
He wrote fan fiction or something, and...
Exactly, yeah. He wrote a script, a fan fiction script, and he's like, I always wanted to see this episode. You're going to perform it now. And they're like, we got to go. And he's like, no, you're not leaving. You're stuck here forever. And I think they started, like, doing Shakespeare in the Park, performing these fucking fan fictions that he did.
Right. Yeah, I remember that. It was pretty funny.
He had some kind of machine that gave them their bodies back.
Oh, right, because it was just their heads.
Yeah.
It was just their frozen heads or whatever.
Yeah, their heads in jars. And I remember at the end of the episode, like, they're trying to leave, and it's like, oh no, the fucking ship's overloaded. What are we going to do? And all the stars are like, fuck it. So they throw their bodies that he made for them out of the ship, and they're back into their glass jars, yeah. And it's like, that's funny.
That's fucked up. Was there one where they crossed over with the original series? Where Leonard Nimoy was... Because they always had Leonard Nimoy's head in a jar.
You know what? Actually, thinking about it, that might be the episode we're thinking of. Where, you know, they get caught. Yeah, because...
he brings in both casts?
No, I think it's just the original series, because wasn't there a guy on the original show back then, like in 99 when it aired, wasn't there a guy on the original show that had died, so they couldn't bring him in?
I mean, by that time... Probably two of them had died.
Well, somebody had died, and they had replaced him, I think, with a Scottish character named Welshie. Because I remember Fry at one point.
It would have been... Yeah, it was Scotty died. Somewhere between 96 and 99 he died.
Okay, that might be it then.
Yeah.
It might not have been Scottish then. He was something, but I remember Fry's battle cry, or, well, not a battle cry, but his sad scream of like, Welshie!
Yeah, that's probably what it was. They probably replaced Scotty with some no-name actor, or no-name character guy, you know?
Well, that was the joke in the show, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think they said, like, it came back at one point. Star Trek came back.
Oh.
The original. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the original, because now I'm seeing Nichelle Nichols, like, animated in that style.
Yeah.
I know they did have some Next Generation people on, but I don't know. Yeah,
they had
if
Picard.
They did.
I mean, Patrick Stewart was on for sure. I remember that.
I know Jonathan Frakes did quite a few episodes.
Yeah.
Or I thought he did.
Yeah.
I know on Family Guy they got the entire cast back together one time, and
oh shit, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
The dude who played Worf, he was like a petulant little child. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Michael Dorn or whatever.
Yeah, Michael Dorn.
But anyway.
It's funny. Who's actually like a lot... I don't know if it's just because he's older now or what, but when I saw him in Chicago, he was a lot more slender than I thought he would be. Because like he always seems kind of imposing on the show.
Yeah.
But man.
I've seen pictures of him out of the makeup, and it's like, who is this guy? Because he looks totally different without the fucking ridgy forehead.
Oh yeah. I mean, I knew.
Well, yeah. But I mean, you've seen him in and out of makeup for years. To me, it's like,
Right. He just looks.
I've
like
never
generic
really.
Dude.
Yeah, he looks like random black dude number 4 or something.
Yeah, he always seemed like he was built or something on the show. Like he was. I mean, he was supposed to be. He was supposed to be Klingon badass,
Yeah.
you know. And maybe he just was bigger back then, but now I was like, holy shit, he's really kind of. I mean, he's athletic looking, but he's not. He's not like big like I thought he would be.
Yeah, he's not jacked.
Yeah.
Speaking of, since we're talking about Trek for a minute, I saw that episode where they show the Klingon death ritual for the first time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's serious and everything, but at a certain point, I started laughing because the fucking screams were sort of over the top.
Oh, yeah. They got kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, kind of is being nice.
Yeah, some of that Klingon shit is...
God damn it, you're fucking cutting out again.
Motherfucker. Fuck you, no
Are you there?
Cocksucker.
Oh, son of a bitch. Hello.
Stupid motherfucker.
Hey buddy, how you doing?
Damn fucking phone.
I said you're cutting out again. It got dead quiet, and then I heard boop.
Uh-huh. Fucking piece of shit. Tell me no signal. Fuck you. God damn it. It's fucking pissing me off.
Yeah, you?
Um.
Only you, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What the fuck were we talking about now?
Oh, I don't fucking know.
It was something Trekky, but...
I don't know. Now
Fuck it.
Now I'm all irritated.
Yeah. You want to do fuck this shit now?
Can I fuck my phone?
I mean, you
Wait,
can do whatever you want, dude. Just... I don't need to hear it. Well, since we got knocked off track, and neither of us can remember what the fuck we were talking about, do you want to just do Joke Corner?
Yeah, let's get it going.
And get into our planned shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe this will
Play the theme, so what?
Maybe this will be the episode where we don't go 2.5 hours.
Maybe. Who knows? Somebody asked me, and was like, you guys have been doing really long episodes lately. I'm like, isn't it awesome? They're like, it is, but fuck, you two talk too much.
Who the fuck said that? That was my Arlie Ermy impersonation.
Who?
It was not good. The drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, I thought that was a black guy.
No.
It's like, who the fuck said that?
Told you it wasn't good.
It wasn't. I mean, I don't like to crush people's self-esteem or whatever, but that was bad.
Yeah.
Because that sounded like an old sassy black lady. Like, who the fuck was saying that shit about us?
Well.
Awkward.
It's okay.
Play the theme song.
Doom's Joke Corner.
Oh, okay. Let me pull this up. Woo, that was bad. Okay, this joke was submitted by @CornyJenkins.
We're doing user-submitted jokes now?
Well, only because it was good, and I told him, I think when he sent it to me, I told him I was going to steal it because it made me laugh so much.
Okay.
What did the cannibal... Nope, let's try that again. What did the cannibal do after dumping his girlfriend?
I don't know.
Wiped his ass.
Oh,
Isn't that fucked up and dark?
oh, that's really dark.
And you know what's really fucked up? Anybody that knows Mike knows that he's not the fucking dark dude. Or at least his Twitter fucking persona isn't that dark.
Whoa.
So when he sent me that, I was like, holy shit, dude, you got a dark side.
Oh.
Isn't that awesome?
That was a good one.
Okay. Are you ready to dive into all of our stuff we want to talk about?
Yeah.
What do you want to start with?
I don't know. Do you want to get sad first?
Yeah.
I promise
I guess
won't.
so.
I promise we won't linger there because I'm afraid like we're turning into the death show. Like where all we do is talk about dead people.
I know. It feels like every couple episodes we spend a good half hour being like, I mean, fuck, we've named 2 episodes of this. Guess who died?
Yeah. I mean, we got 3 people this time.
3?
Yeah, because we missed one. We missed one last week, and there's been 2 this week.
Okay, you're going to have to remind me of who the one is, but...
Hugh Hefner.
No, we talked about him in 39 at the end, I think.
Yeah, we just mentioned it, yeah.
Well, I mean, what the fuck? Are we supposed to blow the dude for like an hour?
I mean, that's what his girlfriends had to do.
Poor chicks, but, I mean...
It is, that's really dark. Have you read some of that shit that's come out?
I haven't.
Whoo!
Well, fuck it, let's get into it. Hugh Hefner died. What's some of the dark shit?
Oh my god, dude. That Holly Madison or whoever the main, his alpha bitch that was on that Girls Next Door show.
Okay.
Dude, she called them the alpha girls.
Did he?
No, she did. Like she wrote.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, she was. I read an article.
Okay, she said the alpha girls, right? She didn't say I was his alpha bitch.
Well, no, she didn't say alpha bitch, but
okay then. Moving on.
and she didn't call herself that. She was talking about when she first got there.
Yeah.
And how the alpha girls would come over and make her do stuff that, or like, do mean shit to her, I guess.
Okay.
Anyway, it was like an article she was talking about this book that she wrote. I guess it's coming out now. It's like weird timing, I guess, but...
The book's called I Cradled Those Crusty Nuts.
No. No. But, the whole situation and how she got into it and like he fucking quaalude him and shit and like...
Oh...
Yeah, it was fucked up, and like the rules of the house and stuff were like they were allowed to go party like 2 nights a week. They all had to go together, and then they would go clubbing or whatever with Hefner. I don't know, it was fucked up. Like if it wasn't a club night, they had to be back at the house in their rooms at 8 p.m. And then if it was a club night, they got to stay out till like midnight or whatever the fuck. And then they had to come home, and they immediately had to like put their pajamas on and go to the fucking Hefner's bedroom.
Grotto?
No, to Hef's bedroom because it was fuck night after clubbing. Oh yeah, it was fucking. It's dark. Like some of this shit is like, oh my god, dude. And I was like, oh fucking way to ruin my fucking adolescent boners.
Yeah.
I mean, so many good times had over Playboys, and now it's all ruined because it was all lies.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to break it to you, with them penthouse letters, those were bullshit.
Well, no shit. I was never a penthouse guy anyway.
Yeah.
Penthouse girls were hooers.
Hooers?
Yeah.
I was a take what you can get kind of guy.
Well, yeah, so was I. I was a Playboy.
You know?
I was a Playboy guy, and then if you wanted to get filthy, you got Hustler.
Yeah.
Nobody fucked with Penthouse. Who gives a shit? It's like Penthouse was kind of in between Playboy and Hustler, and it was like, fuck it, just go one end of the spectrum or another.
Yeah, it's like, let's not fuck around with this sort of tame, let's try to be filthy type shit. It's like, fuck it. Real quick, let's do a mini fucking fuck this shit. I am so sick and tired since Hef died of these fucking assholes who think they're clever, being like, ha ha ha, I read it for the articles. Assholes, do you know how many motherfuckers have made that same goddamn joke? You're not clever, you're not original. Fuck off! Holy shit. I mean, I've seen people RTing it since the dude died being like, oh, this is hilarious! And it's like, no, it's not!
Dude, I freely admit I never read articles in that. Who read the fucking
article? Who did?
Who gives a shit? But they piss me off. They're like advertisements in a magazine.
But yeah, that people think they're so fucking clever with that joke, and it's like, it's been done to death for years, and now that he's fucking dead, people are really beating the dead horse. Being like, haha, thanks for the article, Taff.
Thanks for the article.
And it's like, you know what, you fucking little weirdo, you probably did read the articles.
Maybe. The articles were the only pages that didn't stick together.
Yeah, no shit. It's like, oh, here's like 10 pages of fucking article. Fuck that.
I mean, it still is kind of a bummer, but it was really tempered by some of these stories that came out.
Did you hear some of the creepy shit? The Marilyn Monroe creepy shit?
I don't know. I know his crypt is like right next door to hers, like right next to
Yeah. Yeah. Like after she died, or no, it was in the 90s. It went up for auction, I think, the space next to her.
Yeah.
And he bought it so he could be with her forever.
Oh my God.
But like I think that original fucking pictorial spread or something, he did something creepy like early in the magazine's run.
Yeah.
I think it might have been that first one. But like he paid her for some pictures, but not for the nude ones.
Oh,
and he
right.
just ran the nude ones anyway or some shit.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think.
No, it is true.
Yeah, I think she was told at the time that nobody was going to see the nude ones.
Yeah.
Like that was, or that they were going to crop them in a way that they wouldn't be able to see anything. And then, I think
but
you're
supposedly, like, she was pissed at him after that.
Well, you fucking
and
think?
didn't talk to him until she died.
Wow.
Or, never talked to him for the rest of her life. And then...
Well, because those pictures happened before she was famous, even.
She was right on the cusp of fame.
Yeah.
And people thought that would sink her fucking career.
Uh-huh.
Which, turns out...
Well, guess what?
It did the exact opposite.
Uh-huh.
She was still pissed about it, understandably.
Oh, yeah. That's fucked up.
Yeah, so people were like, she would not want this creepy fucktard buried next to her for all of eternity, but...
Yeah, and he's really kind of a dichotomy or because on the one hand, like, he was like a sexual liberator and a civil rights activist type guy, and then on the other side, it's like this dark, like, demented, fucking weird, creepy...
Controlling freak,
yeah. So it's like, do I like this guy, or is this guy a piece of shit? Sounds like he's a piece of shit.
Well, I don't know if it's real or not, but there was some picture, a screen cap of a tweet that's been going around where some dude's like, "Yo, Hef, how you get all them bitches?" And he was like, "Well, sir, start off by not calling your female friends bitches," or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, so everything I've always heard was like, Hef was like real cool to his chicks,
Yeah,
he was never the one to be like, "Bitch, bring me them titties, yum, yum, yum," or something. He was like, "Hello, would you enjoy having some sex?"
Right.
Is always how the perception was, and
right.
even broads who left. So I'm wondering if maybe that creepy shit where it's like, "It's fuck night, get in here, cradle my crusty balls, yeah." I'm wondering if maybe that was something that he really leaned into when he got older. Because even some of them bitches...
It could, yeah. I mean,
that
could
left
be.
after, and like they were washed up and nobody gave a fuck. So they could have been like, "Hey, I got a book. Hef was, a control freak or something." Even some of them broads would come out and be like, "He was so awesome. I miss my time with him."
Right. Yeah, I know. So it's like I don't know what to believe exactly.
Well, like I said, I'm wondering if maybe he got older and then he was just like, "Let's fucking do weird shit now. You're locked in your room after 8 unless it's fuck night."
Could be.
The really creepy thing to me, though, is that somebody actually did buy that house and let him stay in it until he died.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. I wonder what they're going to do with it now. They're going to make it a Playboy museum or something.
I doubt it. They're probably just going to sell his shit or chuck his shit and be like, "This is our house now.
Yeah.
Fuck off, looky-loos." But that would have been a tough pill for me to swallow.
Yeah, and something else she said was, like, she thought it was going to be, the mansion was all swank and, like, super nice and shit. Now, granted, like, she came on board, like, in the 2000s, right? So...
that's when that show started.
Yeah, so, like, I think it was like, the late 90s, early 2000s or something when she came into the mansion or whatever. Okay. So, I mean, it had been the mansion for fucking 40 years already.
Oh, yeah.
She came in and she's like, she realized that it's, like, it's all fake. It's all facade. Like, it's... the carpets are fucking stained.
Oh yeah.
Because his dogs would piss in the mansion, and so the carpets are all stained and nasty, and all the dressers and shit are like broken, and the bed frames are all fucked up, and like the furniture's old and crappy, and but the parts that I guess that people see are kept up better than the rest of the place. And like the first time she went into his bedroom, it was like. It looked like a hoarder's bedroom. There was like shit all over the floor and like stacks of tape. Like it sounded like, remember when they showed you like video of them walking through Michael Jackson's house after he died, and it was all looked like a fucking hoarder lived there. It was like
I don't know.
DVDs stacked up and fucking clothes piled up everywhere, and it was all fucked up looking.
Wow.
Sounds like that's how his house was too. And she
I
said he was like
it.
super cheap about stuff. It was like he gave them all like these
allowance.
Well, yeah, but so he gave them all one time these gold Playboy pendant necklaces, whatever,
Gotcha.
you know.
Okay, yeah.
Turns out they were fake. She said they were phony. They were.
So she's got like a fucking green rabbit stuck between her titties.
Yeah, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fucked up. So it's like, do we say R.I.P. or is it like, fuck this guy?
I don't know, dude. Like I R.I.P. like the spirit or the good part of, I guess. I don't know.
So it's like half rest in peace, half hope you burn, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get down with that.
Rest in peace. Get what you deserve. Whatever that could be. Whatever that is.
See, that's the classy way instead of being like burn for eternity, motherfucker.
Yeah, you get
or whatever I said.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if that's what he deserves, then burn. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Sure. So.
Yeah. I mean, you're being more tactful about it than be like, hope that fucking skin gets melted and your asshole stays real in hell, bitch, because that's what the demon's like.
Okay.
So, real quick, on to our other fresh body. This one fucking punched me in the balls. Tom Petty died.
Yeah, that was a surprise, too.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Yeah, that one... Because I've always said, like, I was never the biggest Tom Petty fan. But then again, most music, it's like, oh yeah, I like that, but I can't rattle down a fucking track list or something.
Yeah.
But, like, Tom Petty, I know a lot of his songs, and we were talking about it not long after he died, like the day after or something, where it was like, everybody always was like, oh, Tom Petty sucks, fuck him. And then one of his songs would come on, and everybody would be standing around being like, running down a dream.
Oh, yeah, I like
and
this
it's like,
song.
wait, I thought this guy sucked.
Right. Well, I told you,
like,
he's like one of those guys that's fun to talk shit about, or to act like you're too cool to like his music or whatever.
Yeah.
But there was a time I was in, not deep, I guess, but like when Full Moon Fever came out, like that was the shit when that came out.
Yeah. I tweeted it after he died, and it's fucking true. The three bands or musicians or group that I've always wanted to see live were Weird Al, AC/DC, and Tom Petty. What a fucked up weird group that is, isn't it?
That is a pretty eclectic mix of shit.
Exactly, yeah, but it's true because, like, I could rattle off, like, 6 songs of his, like, right now that I really loved, but I'll stick to, like, the stereotypical, like, Running Down a Dream. I've always loved that song.
I can even remember back in the early 80s, there was at least one of his videos on, like, a constant fucking loop.
Oh, yeah,
I'm trying to think, I meant to look this up before when we were talking about it the other day.
Yeah.
Which song that was, because it was weird. It was like, I don't think it necessarily had anything to do with the song, but like the video for it was like a desert, and like this fucking like hover car, this little space hover car thing comes driving up, and the like DeLorean doors open on it, and the band gets out and stuff. So it was really, at the time,
yeah,
it was
I don't know that video.
At the time, it was like the peak of my Star Warsness. It was like between 80 and 82 when this was on. And so it was like, oh my god, there's a fucking space car in the desert. That's fucking badass.
You guys were so innocent back then. Holy shit, it's a space car in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Well, while you look that up, I'll tell you what I've thought for many years. And I know quite a few people have been like, why? Because he says fucking mystery in it? And it's like, no. I've thought Running Down a Dream would be a goddamn amazing Scooby-Doo chase song.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got nothing to do with the fucking mystery angle. It's just that it's got that sort of 60s, 70s poppy vibe to it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, talking about running all the time, what the fuck better do you need for a chase song than a song talking about running, you know?
Yeah. You're right. It would be a good... Oh, this is it.
Have you seen You've seen the video for Running Down a Dream too, right?
Yeah, isn't it animated?
It is. It's animated in an almost Scooby-Doo looking style. Like, Petty looks a bit like Shaggy with longer hair.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So that might also be where I've always been like, fucking Scooby-Doo. And I tweeted that dude that was the EP on
Oh, yeah,
Mystery
I saw that.
Inc.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he liked it, so it's like, ooh, maybe he'll actually fucking talk to somebody at Warner Brothers Music and be like, get this song in here.
Maybe.
Because I think I've tweeted him that before.
Yeah, maybe. Here it is. I found it already. It's fucking You
Okay.
Got Lucky. It's the video for You Got Lucky.
I don't think I've ever seen that video then, because I don't remember no goddamn space car.
Well, it's not even necessarily a space car, but I guess it's like... I mean, it kind of is, though.
Well, I
Looks
mean,
like a little fucking
again,
spaceship.
you said it was like 82, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's totally shitty.
Yeah, but I'm saying like 82.
Oh, yeah,
you
and
were
look,
fucking...
he gets out, he's got boots and spurs on and a fucking bandana and a slash top hat. Oh, my God. And this other dude gets out and he's got like a fucking biker hat on.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch this video because I don't remember it at all. Okay, yeah.
It's so weird, and it like has nothing to do with but it's almost like a little mini sci-fi movie for some reason.
Yeah, doesn't that sort of annoy you? It's like when you get a comic with a cover that has nothing to do with the inside.
Mm-hmm.
When you watch a music video and it's like, I don't understand what they're going for here.
Right.
I mean, maybe they just wanted to do a whacked out short film, but it has nothing to do with this song.
That's right. And they find a fucking boombox in a plastic bag buried in the sand. So I guess it's supposed to be like in the future.
Okay.
And he presses play on the boombox, and then it plays the song.
That's weird.
It's pretty fucking weird. Here comes like a fucking...
Okay.
Oh my God. It's like a motorcycle with a sidecar and a spoiler on the... What the fuck? This is
Did you fucking fall and hit your head or something?
No, dude. I'm telling you. It's like it turned into Mad Max all of a sudden.
It sounds like you fucking turned into Mad Fitz or something because you lost your mind. Okay, so yeah, Petty. Dead.
Man, it sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
But yeah, I mean, he's like one of those things that's just, even if I wasn't like the super biggest fan, like you said, but he's just like been a constant presence my whole life.
Fucking A, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
There's always something of his on a radio station or,
He's one of those people, like you said earlier, it's fun to fucking shit on him, but everybody's got a song of his that they like. No matter how much they shit talk.
Right. And even if you don't necessarily like it, it's like, or if it's not like your favorite thing, you've heard the shit so much that how is it not like a part of your past and your life?
In a way, it's sort of like Springsteen. A lot of people shit talk him too, but it's like, how many fucking Springsteen songs have worked their way into the fabric of everything,
For me, like one.
Well, it's just what we said about Petty, though. There's at least one.
Yeah.
What's the one for you, though?
Dancing in the Dark.
Oh, that's a good one.
I like that one.
Glory Days is a good one, too.
Yeah, I know that one, but it's not like...
I like that one.
I would take Tom Petty over Bruce Springsteen all day long.
Oh, I would, too, but still, that comparison just fell flat. Anything else you want to say about Petty?
No, but damn, that's three traveling Wilburys down.
Yeah, I saw that.
Maybe 4. I'm not sure if Jeff Lynne is still alive.
I have no fucking clue.
I didn't even know he was in Traveling Wilburys. I didn't remember that until I looked it up because I was like, "Fuck, is fucking Bob Dylan the last Traveling Wilbury? Wasn't he in the Traveling Wilburys?"
He might be the last one, yeah.
But then I saw Jeff Lynne, and I was like, "Who the fuck's Jeff Lynne?"
Yeah, well, you said Jeff Lynne, and I'm like, who?
Yeah, I'm like, who the fuck was that? I don't remember that guy.
Some random fuckhead snuck his way in.
Yeah.
Just pokes his head into the frame every time they shot a video.
It was somebody's roadie.
Hi! I'm here too, guys!
Don't forget me. I'm a Wilbury,
What
too.
about me? Yeah.
What the fuck does that even mean? Traveling Wilbury.
I have no fucking idea, dude! It's just some fucking bullshit they made up. It's like, sounds good to me, fuck it, we're rockers. Yeah, we're rockers!
I think they only had... I guess they had more than one, but it was Handle with...
What?
Handle with Care was like the big one, right?
Their hit?
Yeah.
I don't know, I couldn't name a single fucking song they did.
Yeah, I think that's the only one I know. for
Because
sure.
to be honest with you, I'd never really heard of them until Petty died.
Really? Oh, well,
Yeah.
It was definitely before their prime was before your time for sure.
Oh, no shit.
I think. Oh yeah, like 88. I think was. Oh, years active 88 to 90. So yeah.
Yeah. So the year before I died, they were like, "Guys, let's wrap this shit up."
Yeah.
Or did I say the year before I died?
Yeah.
I died in 91. Oh man, that's fucked up.
Yeah. Fucking. Yeah. Let's see if Jeff Lynne's still alive. Oh yeah, he's still alive. Okay, so Dylan's not the only one left.
Well, yippee.
Oh. Okay.
What now?
Jeff Lynne in 1988 under the pseudonyms Otis Wilbury and Clayton Wilbury. What
Okay.
the fuck? Weird. Record producer who gained fame in the 70s as the lead singer and sole constant member of ELO. Oh, okay.
Oh, I know them.
Yeah. In 88, under the pseudonyms Otis and Clayton Wilbury, he co-founded the supergroup Traveling Wilburys. Okay. Well, now
With
that...
who?
Now, okay. I mean, I still
Who
don't
was
get
the
it.
co-founder with him? No, I don't either, but who was the co-founder with him?
The rest of the guys, George Harrison, Bob Dylan, Roy Orbison, and Tom Petty.
So they had two Wilbury names, but like 12 people in the band.
Yeah, and the two Wilbury names were the same fucking guy. Yeah, he's also...
Whoa!
Yeah.
The drugs were great in the fucking 80s, dude.
Fucking A, dude. Birth name Jeffrey Lynne, also known as Otis Wilbury, also known as Clayton Wilbury.
Yeah, they had some great fucking drugs in the 80s, man.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I got this idea. There's like two Wilbury dudes, but there's like 47 of us up here playing, okay? And I'm gonna be both of the two dudes, though, okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, at least he's...
And they're all like, whatever, dude, let's just make music.
Okay, so at least he's less of just a random fucking nobody dude. If he was an electric orchestra, that makes sense.
Yeah. Whoa.
Okay.
That's fucked up. Tom Petty dead. At what age again?
I want to say 65.
Yeah, it was 65
maybe?
or 66, 64,
66, I think.
65, somewhere in there.
He was 66. Which is fucking way older than I thought he was. God damn.
Yeah.
How the fuck did he get to be 66 already? He's only 2 years younger than my dad.
Wow.
He was born in 1950.
Damn. Oh, real quick, this just popped in my head. Speaking of fucking music people that's like, whoa, he got old.
Yeah.
Did you see that picture that I retweeted? Axl Rose's moving into his final stage in Benny Hill.
Yeah, I saw that. That was funny. He did look like Benny Hill. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it looked like Benny Hill let his hair grow out. Ugh. I'm like, where's this little fucking bald dude with the Friar Tuck hair that he can smack on the head? That's awesome.
Oh, shit.
But, our final death.
Yeah. We're halfway through the show and we're still talking about dead people.
Yeah, no shit. I told you, dude, we might as well just fucking make it a segment.
Yeah.
Just own that shit. Don't be like, oh, we gotta talk about dead people. Just own it, man.
Well, it's just fucking depressing that, like, there's this many people to talk about.
I know, isn't it? But, I mean, that's the good thing about a segment. We didn't do Pimp Spot this week, or this episode.
Yeah.
So you bring it in when it happens.
Yeah. The last one that just happened yesterday.
Ralphie May died at 45.
Yeah. I mean, shocking?
Well...
Not really, but... I mean, kinda. But at the same time, it's
it
kind of
is,
like...
but it's not.
Yeah, I'm surprised actually he hasn't before now, but...
Yeah, because, like, let's not fucking beat around the bush. That motherfucker was fat as shit.
He was definitely a big boy.
Yeah. So, I mean...
Big boy
all
and,
that
and
strain...
a wake and bake all day long pot smoker.
Oh, was he?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
I did not know that.
Big time.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. Up at least until
I mean-
at least until a year or two ago, and then he gave it up for health reasons or whatever. But,
Okay.
At least I'm pretty sure he did. I thought that it was kind of a big deal when it happened because everybody's like, "Holy shit!" It'd be like it would at this point it would be like Kevin Smith being like, "You know what? I'm not going to smoke pot anymore."
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Well, yeah, that would be fucking...
Or Joe Rogan.
What?
Or any of those guys that are big weed advocates.
Yeah.
All of a sudden they're like,
Seth
I'm not
Rogen,
gonna
Joe
do this
Rogan.
anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it was a big deal when Woody Harrelson did it not that long ago.
When he quit?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't, like, quit, but he was like...
I've eased up, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm just not going to do it anymore, really. Because it was affecting his...
That was pretty shocking.
Yeah.
When Woody's like, I'm done with weed. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I remember when I was little, Conan making jokes about that shit.
Oh, yeah, like...
He was the go-to for stoners for everybody. It's like Cheech and Chong and Woody Harrelson are the two they have always brought up.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember as a little kid, it's like, okay, he was on Cheers. Who the fuck are these craggy old fucks? And then that 70s show hit, and it's like, oh, I know him. He's that guy everybody makes fun of.
Mm-hmm. He's that stoner guy who never actually was stoned.
Yeah. You talking about Cheech?
Both of them. I mean, they were, but not like everybody thinks they were fucking stoned all the time. Just like Dean Martin.
Well,
everybody thinks Dean Martin was drunk his whole career, anytime he was on stage. But when he was on stage, it was an act.
Chong, he was stoned all the time. Cheech always said he could take it or leave it, but Tommy was fucking baked.
Oh, I thought they both.
That motherfucker was baked like a cake.
Yeah, but I don't think they were when they were performing, though.
No, I'm 90% sure Tommy was, because I mean he's been busted many times for it.
Oh yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is, when they're on stage doing their routines and shit, I know
what you're saying, but like Tommy, I don't think he ever fucking stopped or slowed down or anything, because like I said, he's been busted for it because like he had so much on him and in him.
Yeah,
they were like, dude, this is illegal.
Right.
And he's like, I don't care, man. Because that's why he left that 70s show for a season or two, is because he got busted for being high as a kite and having so much on him. They're like, bitch, you're going to jail.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
Yeah. But, I mean, Cheech was the one that was like, nah, I don't fuck around with that shit much.
Yeah.
But if you watch those movies, you could tell they were baked when they wrote them, because it's like, this shit makes no sense.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, some of their like stand-up specials and whatnot were good, but their movies are out there.
Yeah. Oh, Ralphie May. Like,
yeah,
how do we fucking get away from that?
Talking about stoners.
Yeah.
Which, you know, if people listen to this, they're probably wondering if we're not stoners the way we're like, how do we get there, man? But yeah, Ralphie May.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a shock. It wasn't necessarily a surprise. But it was like, holy shit, man. He's only a year older than me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like you said, it was a shock because nobody had been like, oh, Ralphie's been sick.
But apparently he had been
But it
sick.
wasn't a surprise. Yeah, but nobody had said anything.
Yeah.
Apparently he canceled a bunch of dates earlier in the year.
Yeah, well, he said he had like chronic bronchitis and pneumonia for like 6 weeks.
Pneumonia for a couple. Yeah.
It's like, fuck, 6 weeks. Motherfucker, go to the doctor.
Yeah. When you think of Ralphie May, what do you always think of?
I've never...
Is there like a bit or a joke or something?
No, I've never been like... I'm not really a Ralphie May fan. I never really was. And the reason is...
What's up, come on, I go.
I mean, I'll probably cut that out. That didn't sound very good. But you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
It bothers me. I don't know why. Probably because we live here and we hear it a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like...
the two things that those type of people are imitating, we hear a lot of both.
For real.
And when you hear them coming from one person, it's just like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I don't think he wasn't imitating. Like, that's how he really was, but...
Well, yeah,
I just don't like it. It's my ear wrong. I just don't... I mean, he's funny. He was definitely funny, but I was just never a big fan of his, but...
There was one bit of his that fucking destroyed me, and I don't remember it exactly because I haven't seen it in years, but it was his bit about being in a movie theater with the black lady who's screaming at the screen, and she's talking about... I think he said it was like a screening of Jaws or some shit, and he says this black lady's down in front of him, she's like, hey, don't you be going in that ocean! And he stops dead and he's like, she said O-chin, not ocean. He makes an O with his finger and points to his chin. O-chin, O-chin. I don't know why, but that fucking wrecked.
It's weird, like, just recently, I think it was on the Church of What's Happening Now. that podcast I listened to with Joey Diaz.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck is that?
This was just like a couple weeks ago.
An episode or
like maybe a month ago at the most. He had Bert Kreischer on.
Yep.
And I think somebody else might have been on, or maybe it was just him. But
no, I think it was 3 people.
And he was... Oh, did you see that?
I've heard a bunch of people talking about it.
It was just a few weeks ago. Oh my God, it had me fucking rolling. I mean, somebody had tweeted it yesterday and was like, hey, we just did this a few weeks ago, and there's a couple stories on there about Ralphie, and it was fucking hilarious. But I mean, I listened to it when it came out, and I was like, holy shit, this is some of the funniest shit I've ever fucking heard. And it was Bert and Joey talking about a night that... Well, Bert was telling the story of opening for Ralphie on some tour or festival or something. I don't remember what it was, but he'd been out with them for, several nights, and Ralphie May had paid for all their dinners and stuff. So the last night, he was like, oh, well, we got to pay for it tonight. We can't let him pay again, Even though they're broke as shit because he was only like a opening act. Yeah. They went to some sushi place and they fucking ordered all this shit, and he was like, yeah, Ralphie, I'm paying tonight. And he told them, oh, player, you don't want that. You don't want that. And he's like, yeah, I'm definitely paying. And they had all these drinks and all this sushi and shit. And then he said he got the bill and it was fucking $1,200.
Holy shit!
and he said he must have seen the look on my face when I got that. He was like, told you don't want that, player. And it was funny. It was way funnier the way he told it, obviously, but yeah. And then the other one was, I can't remember the exact details of it, but they were, I think Joey and Ralphie were on Bert's podcast. They had been out drinking or been out partying or something or doing a show, and they came back to Bert's house and did like a quick podcast, like all fucked up. And then at the end of the night, they like were walking out, and it was like, it was kind of dark in the house and stuff, and they were walking out, and Ralphie was behind them. They were in front of him, and he said all he heard was like this horrible noise and this crash, and he turned around, and Ralphie had like tripped over a fucking folding chair and fell into Bert's daughter's dollhouse and fucking smashed it.
And it was like fucking Godzilla going through downtown Tokyo.
Oh my God, the way they told the story was so fucking funny. And the way they imitated his reaction to when it happened, because they were all stoned and shit, and he was like, oh, player, what happened? He's just laying in his dollhouse.
He's got a fucking tea set hanging out his belly button.
It was fucking funny. So I recommend go check that episode out. It was
Pimp Spot.
Yeah, there was some fucking really great stories. They're really good storytellers anyway, but then when they've got some really good material like this. But yeah, that was my most recent experience with Ralphie May. Was just like a secondhand story, but
yeah,
not secondhand. It was firsthand. But
so, have you met any of these 3? Did you kill them too?
No, haven't met any of them.
Okay, good. That's gotta make you feel better.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we had a string there where it's like, dude, what are you doing?
I know. Knock on wood, Stan Lee's still growing strong.
Oh.
He's outliving men half his age.
Don't bring that up, because that's sad. No, dude, I'm serious. Fucking, that video Marvel posted of him, that literally made me want to cry. Because he looks bad.
It's weird, but like at this point, I'm almost like it'd be weird to not say that he's going to live forever. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's almost like some people, it's like, oh, don't say that, you're going to jinx it. But then now at this point, it's like, fuck it, dude. He's like unstoppable.
Yeah.
He's like George Burns and shit. So. You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
Yeah.
Like George Burns at the time was like, this motherfucker's never going to die.
Yeah, didn't he outlive Gracie by like 20 years or something?
Oh, fucking probably way longer than that, dude.
Okay.
He was 99 when he died.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I think she was pretty young. I think she might have been in her 50s or 60s.
Yeah. But the fucked up thing, though, is like, Gracie and Alan's been on one of these channels. It might be Antenna, it might be Me, I don't remember which.
Yeah.
But it's on one of these channels we get, and we've been watching it, and it is pretty funny.
Oh, yeah, we used to watch it when I was in, like, middle school, like in the middle 80s. Yeah. Is when Nickelodeon first brought in Nick at Night.
Ah, okay.
And so my mom and dad were like, holy shit, they're bringing all these shows in that we used to watch. So it was like I Married Joan and Burns and Allen and fucking all this shit. So they made me, I'd have to watch that shit with them. And I was like, hey, this isn't so bad.
Yeah, Burns and Allen is pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
But, like, we've been watching that, and I guess this goes back a while, longer than I thought it did, because I thought it was more recent, but, like, I always remember him being that Yoda-looking motherfucker, the old guy with the fucking thick glasses and the cane and the cigar and shit.
Yeah, God.
And when we started seeing it on here, Burns and Allen, it's like, why does this guy feel so familiar? And they were talking about him on something, and they showed him from that show, and then, like, his old late-night appearances and shit, and I was like, whoa, you mean that's the same fucking guy?
Yeah.
And Mom and Dad were like, yeah, and it's like, I had no idea.
Is it fucking retarded?
Yeah, they were. But it's like, I had no fucking idea, because he, you know how it was back in the day when they did those old black and white shows, they put the fucking makeup on him to make them look like ghosts and shit.
Yeah, his hair's like jet black and all slicked back and
shit, yeah.
Got a fucking cigarette.
And by the time he got old, he's old, gray, and fucking
got
Yoda-eared and hunched over.
He's got
and
the big Yoda ears with the big gigantic 80s fucking hearing aids sticking out of them. No fucking bell tones back then.
Yeah.
The shit was like a fucking...
You half expect the motherfucker to have one of those old horn funnel things.
Look like he's working the fucking communications desk at a fucking Enterprise.
Speaking of Yoda, have you noticed how much, like, not even kidding, how much Norman Lear looks like Yoda now?
No, not really, but I
take a look
can
at
imagine that that's probably true.
Like, I'm joking about Burns looking like him. He sort of did, but not really.
Yeah.
Norman Lear looks like they based Yoda off of him. It's fucking weird. But anywho, how the fuck did we get there?
Ralphie May, R.I.P.
Oh, I was asking if you knew any. You were talking about Stan Lee. That's
yeah.
Whew. People are gonna think we're fucking stoned or something, dude.
Yeah, Off the Rails 4.
Yeah, no shit. So what do you want to go into next? Do you want to talk about your pick, or do you want to talk about my investigative reporting?
We can talk about this picture real quick if you want, since that's what you wanted.
You sort of half-assed mentioned it, I think, in 38, because the kid was like, Dad, look, or some shit. I don't remember what, but he was talking about it or something.
Yeah.
And just before we recorded 37, you posted a picture of it, and I didn't see it until after we recorded, so... Where the fuck did this picture come from, man?
Oh, yeah, I tweeted that picture because I, not forgotten about it, but I was cleaning up the basement and it was kind of packed away, and so I ended up...
Oh, so it's an older picture?
No, it's not older. I just hadn't hung it up.
I thought you got it this year.
Oh, no. This was like 3 or 4 years ago.
So it's older.
Yeah. But I mean, not like 20 years old.
No.
Not like the Empire Strikes Back metal lunchbox that's sitting next to it on the shelf.
I said older, not fucking old.
not fucking antique.
Yeah. Older meaning, did you get it this week? No. Then it's older.
Yeah. No, I got... It's a...
Pedantic little fuck.
It's an Iron Man sketch, and I got it in Chicago. I don't know, it might have been 4 years ago. I think the date's on it. I'm not going to get up and look, but...
Hang on, I want to know.
I think the guy put the date on. Okay, well, hold on.
I'm fucking with you.
Yep, August 10th, 2013 is when I got it. That's the date that's on it.
Jinkies.
But it's a cool 70s style Iron Man sketch that an artist did for me in Chicago in 2013. And it was done by Arvell Jones, who is... an old Marvel artist.
Okay.
And I really didn't even know him. The only reason I interacted with him at the con was what I'll do when they post like the guest list. I'll go down the list of artists, and if anything sounds familiar, or I look for artists who did books that I liked when I was a kid. Or, in my prime comic book years, and I'll look for them and take books to have them signed. And turns out that Arvell Jones did the pencils on a G.I. Joe comic, issue 62, I think. And I was like, oh shit, I'll have this guy sign my book, you know? I think that year Stephen Grant was there too, and I had him sign a few things. He did some Battlestar Galactica. He's the guy who actually did that Punisher miniseries with Mike Zeck, the one that everybody talks about
Yeah.
from back in the day. But I didn't know that at the time, or I didn't care at the time.
Okay.
But I had other things for him to sign. But anyway, long story short, I met Arvell Jones, and he was super cool. And this was like my second year going to the con. And I was always like, oh, one of these, I'd love to get like an original sketch or something, you know? But they always seem like really expensive. Like Neil Adams is like fucking $300 for a sketch. And
Holy shit.
even Michael Golden's like, it's like fucking $150 or $200 for like a 3/4, like a head and shoulders torso sketch, you know? I think a head's like $150, and then like a head with a torso is like, or from head to waist is like $250 or $200 or something, and like full body is like fucking $350 or something. So I'm like, fucking shit, dude, I'll never get one of these. So anyway, I was just looking. He had a portfolio. He was doing sketches at his table, and he had like a portfolio you could flip through and see like other sketches that he'd done, like other work that he'd done, and he had some cool shit in there. Some Captain America, and some Spider-Man.
Cool shit in there?
He did. He had some cool shit in there, and he had some like. I think he had like actual, I don't think they were for sale, but they were original art pages from some of the books that he'd done in the 70s. So like,
oh sweet.
So I think there might have been, can't remember now. I think there was, because he did some Luke Cage and some Iron Fist.
Okay.
And that's what I was saying earlier when I was like, oh shit, I didn't know this. I was looking up information about him, and this picture came up, and it was him on the red carpet at the Luke Cage premiere. I was like, oh shit, I didn't know that. So, I mean, I didn't know he was invited to that, or that he was like still regarded like that.
What the fuck are you doing there?
No, it was just like I just thought he was a guy who did a couple books, you know, a couple issues. Because I looked at his resume or whatever on comicbookdb.com. He really only did like one issue of Power Man, and like one issue of Iron Fist, and one issue of G.I. Joe, and 3 or 4 issues of Iron Man, and then, you know, he didn't have like big long runs on anything, I don't think. But he was like
just
a Marvel
random shit.
he was
they
like a
pulled him
Marvel
in to
stable
do.
guy, a Marvel bullpen guy or whatever, just a journeyman or whatever, I guess probably. But anyway, I was like, how much your sketches? He was like, I don't know. Well, what do you want? And I was like, I don't know. And I was just flipping through his book, and I was like, this Iron Man's pretty cool. And he's like, oh, I could probably do that. Probably get you that for like $75. I was like, what? $75?
You're like, bitch, can I get 2?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, okay. And I had
do it up, brother.
I had some like, hadn't spent a whole lot of money that trip, you know, because I didn't have that much. It wasn't like a big year for me for signatures and whatever the fuck. So I had some money left over, and I was like, fuck it, yeah, let's just do this. So he was like, all right, I'll have that for you. Come back tomorrow and get it. So I did. I came back, and I think maybe he just gave me the one that was in his portfolio. I don't think I don't believe that he actually drew this for me. Like, I don't think he was back in his hotel room like busting ass drawing this drawing and inking
Fitz man's coming. We gotta draw this quick.
Yeah, I think he just took it out and put the date on it. But either way, it's a hand drawn. Like, I don't care that he didn't do it at that convention. But
okay, this just came to me. How much didn't Didibao get a Scooby picture done? Yeah,
she got who the fuck was it? It was not Bob Camp.
He was an old storyboard artist. I know that.
No, he was an animator. Like
that's right.
He worked on. I think He-Man was his big thing that he worked on.
Okay, yeah.
Shit, I can't think of his name now. But yeah, she got him to did like a sketch. It's not even a sketch, like a full color Scooby and Shaggy running picture.
Okay. If you don't mind my asking, how much did that run?
It was only like $65.
Holy shit!
It was super cheap. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it was crazy. I think it might have been 70 or 80. I don't. It was not more than $100. I'm pretty sure.
Even so, if it's full color too.
Yeah, he colored it and everything.
Damn.
I was like, fuck, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
so
that sounds awesome.
I had thought about going back and getting like a Super Friends, because he did Super Friends sketches too.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, you can't really verify these guys' credentials. Like, they say they did this work, but then like if you go on IMDb or if you go on, you can't really see their names in any of the credits or anything.
Yeah,
I guess we've
talked about it before.
Yeah, some of these guys like didn't get credited for work that they did necessarily.
Exactly. Yeah, we've talked about it before. Like the voice cast list back then, it wasn't like in this episode it was Mark Hamill as Random Fuckhead 3.
Right.
No, it was like every single episode had everybody that voiced that season in it.
Right.
So they weren't that particular about how they did credits. They just, fuck it.
Right.
Throw it out there.
And then, too, it's like, well, what did you do on this show? Like, because there's so many different positions or so many different jobs within, like, an animation.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, what did you really do? Did you just, like, fucking lay transparencies on top of each other and that's, like, a job? Did you, did you actually do the animation, or did you just do character designs, or did you, like, what did you do exactly? And so it's hard to tell, like he claims to have worked on, like, Super Friends and He-Man and Scooby-Doo and in different capacities. So, but I mean, it doesn't matter. The fucking shit looks great. So,
exactly.
Who cares if he was actually... But I think he's kind of controversial because I think he's used other people's artwork before.
Oh.
Yeah, so it gets... If you look up his name, if you Google him, you'll find a bunch of shit about this guy's an art thief.
Yeah.
And
yeah. I remember you talking about that.
So it's kind of like, I don't know if I want to... He seemed really nice, and he seemed genuine. It didn't necessarily... I don't know that the things that they say he's done, that he did it, like, maliciously, but...
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows,
But yeah, something just smells rotten in Denmark with that.
Kinda, yeah. And I think... Do you remember on... Comic Book Men, did you see like the first season?
I saw the first 5 episodes.
I think it was in the first season. It might have been the second season. Do you remember seeing the episode where the dude brought in like the original pencils, inked pencils for a cover, an old...
Was it the Superman cover?
No, I think it was a Marvel book. But it was oversized. I think that was one of the reasons why they were like, I don't think this is a real thing.
Okay.
But it was hand drawn. It wasn't like an enlargement, like a copy that was enlarged.
Yeah.
But it was hand drawn and hand inked. But it was like spot on precise reproduction of like this, like a famous cover. And so they were like freaking out because they were like, what the fuck is this? Because it looked so perfect.
Yeah.
And it might have been
not ringing any
bells.
bells.
It might have been a Kirby cover too. I'm not sure. I can't remember the details exactly, but I remember being like, "Oh, that's fucking crazy." Well, come to find out, and it may not be related to this at all, but it's the same kind of thing. This guy does cover recreations. So he hand draws pencil drawings of these covers.
In a way, it's almost like he's an admitted art forger type thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think he's doing it and is like, oh, this is an original.
Like, I mean, like, he admits that he's recreating.
Yeah.
But he's doing it basically what an art forger would do.
Yeah.
Something that could pass off as the original.
Right, but out of, like, I don't know, reverence of... Or like...
Yeah. He's not doing it like, hey, let's see if we can fucking rip somebody off.
Right. But then a lot of people will look at that and be like, well, he is fucking ripping people off because he's getting people to pay for something that's not his art,
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit of a gray area.
It's a gray area. But for some of these fuckers,
if,
it's
like,
black
he
and
would
white.
sign it as himself... If he would sign it as himself, I would be like, well, he's admitting it's not the original. But if he, like, puts Kirby on it, it's like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, that sort of sounds familiar, but I don't know. I really wish they would fucking get off their dicks and put Comic Book Men on Netflix or something.
Yeah.
Because I would watch it. I would be like, fuck Daredevil and all that shit. I want to watch this.
Is it on Hulu?
From what Brian and them have said lately, it's nowhere because I don't know why.
Huh.
Because I heard something recently where they said AMC was talking about making their own streaming service, their own like Netflix, Boomerang and shit, and Hulu.
Yeah.
So they took all of their shows off, but it's like, but Walking Dead's up there. So I don't know what it is.
On AMC's site or whatever?
No, Walking Dead's on Netflix.
Oh, but not the current seasons. I mean, you can't watch them as they air on Netflix.
No. But Comic Book Men's not up there at all. For some reason, they pulled that down. I don't know why. But like I said, I think Bryce said, or somebody said, that they were wanting to start their own streaming service a while back. That's why they pulled Comic Book Men and all that shit down. But for whatever reason, they've never started their own streaming thing, and they've never put it back on Netflix. Going back to con stuff real quick, I want to go back to something we talked about last episode real quick, if you don't mind.
Okay.
My story about the drunk elf.
Oh, yeah.
You were going through those pictures on Channel 2's website, and you found the chick.
Yeah, they had They do this every year. They have photos from Archon on the
okay.
on the STL Today site, the Post-Dispatch
Yeah.
site. So, I mean, it was like the third or fourth in the slideshow, too, and I was like, oh, wait, is this the drunk? This has got to be the drunk elf. It's got to be.
Yeah.
And I sent it to you. I was like, please tell me this is your drunk elf.
Yeah.
And it was. I also saw a sexy lady Skeletor.
Oh, did
Yeah,
you?
she was on there, too.
Wasn't that hot?
It was odd. And the mask is fucking gross looking.
The mask.
Yeah, the Skeletor mask that she had on. The skull mask.
She wasn't wearing a mask. That was paint.
Oh, was it paint? Well, that's why it looks fucked up then.
Yeah, she had paint with a hood on.
Oh, well, it looked almost like a hockey mask that had been painted. Because it looked super like
don't think so.
rounded but that makes sense if it was her face. Like, I get it now. It did not look like a skull. It did not look like the texture or the curve, the shape of a skull.
No. But yeah, that was like, wow.
Yeah.
But the drunk elf, I just wanted to know, because like you sent it to me and I was like, holy shit, that's her. And then you didn't say anything else about it. And it's like, well, I mean, was there a follow-up to that or no?
No, that was it. I just was looking through the pictures and I was like, holy shit, I think this might be the girl.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Now imagine that broad drunk as fuck. Talking about, I'm naked.
That's funny.
It is,
No, I started going through those pictures because I was like, oh shit, what if he's in these and doesn't know it and he's on the fucking Post-Dispatch website?
Well, like, I think I said it last episode. Like, if I saw some fucker with a camera, I was turning my back. When you were signing up and getting into the con and shit,
you sign
it said,
away
like,
your
you
rights.
agree to... Yeah, you agree to appear in any promo material.
Right.
And I was like a fucking ninja. Every time I saw some fucker with a camera, it's like, turn away. Real quick. And it was funny, after we recorded last week, I told that to Ma, and she just starts shaking her head, and I went, what? She goes, you're just like your fucking father. Because my dad, when he died, we were trying to find a recent picture of him.
Yeah.
There aren't any, because cameras came out, and he was like, ducking away and shit, so...
That's how they find you, man.
Yeah, man, you don't want them to find you, do you?
They put you in a database, man.
They'll fucking put you in the database, and then they'll put electrodes in your brain and up your ass, man. But anyway, yeah. I did mean to ask you, like, did you see my fat ass in any of them pictures?
No, I would have told you if I saw some, but most of them were not like candids, so it wasn't like just pictures of the crowd. It was all the ones I saw. I eventually stopped looking because it was like, this is never going to end. But like there was just like pictures and pictures and pictures and pictures and pictures. There weren't really like just random pictures of the crowd. It was mostly all cosplay.
Oh.
So anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah.
most of the background was the way it was framed. Like there's no real background. It's just the people posing for the camera. And if there were people in the background, you can't fucking make anything out because it's all blurred. It's all out of
yeah,
focus
because they had the flash on and
it's all
like it's dark
Yeah.
in the background and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised that you even put pictures of yourself on Twitter at all, even with the blacked out face, which is different than a black face.
Yeah.
A blacked out
Which
face
somebody
is-
actually made that joke.
Oh, did they
Or
really?
well, I don't even know if they were joking. Yeah. That picture that Angie put up, they were like, it's digital blackface. And I don't know if they were joking or not, but it's like, fuck off.
They had to be joking.
I would hope so, but I don't know. And to be honest, I don't give a fuck. Fuck off. Yeah, I did debate it though, but it's like, who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
So yeah, I just blacked out my face and ran with it. Because didn't I send you the uncensored one?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the uncensored one.
There's only a few people that I like trust or like enough to share that type of shit. And I said I looked scared in the mic pic.
Yeah.
And you said it too. I sent it to one person. She was like, you look fine. Or no, I sent the Ming one first. And she was like, you look fine.
Yeah, you look fine in that one.
I sent the Mike one and she's like, whoa, dude, you look like you're looking for your rape whistle.
I know. You look like you just got molested. You look like a real hollow hostage stare. Like, oh.
Yeah, and my mouth's kind of hanging open a little bit, and it's like, what's going on? It's like I'm at the press conference after I just escaped from a kidnapping situation.
Yeah.
I did debate it for a minute, but it's like, just censor the face. Fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah. Or, be like a normal person and don't censor the face. Who cares?
No. I'll censor the face.
Okay.
Thank you very much. some people are still like, why are you so fucking cagey, dude? And it's like, I don't know, I just am.
Everybody's going to think you look like fucking Snake Eyes when he takes the mask off and his face is all mutilated.
Yeah, or, go with like a more contemporary reference and you look like Deadpool.
No. Because Snake Eyes never takes his mask off. That's why he wears a mask, is because his face is half melted off.
Well, okay, you want to get real about it for a minute. After a fucking chick at the bookstore looks at you and you're like, hey, you're not even like, I won't fuck you. You're just like, hey, and she goes, ew, and walks away. You tend to be like, whoa, okay, never mind.
Well, I mean, that was kind of harsh of her.
It was, so yeah, it's like, once you get reactions like that enough, it's like, maybe I shouldn't put this out here and run people off.
Fuck that bitch. Don't let that bitch tell you how to live your life.
She didn't, it's just, I don't want to frighten the townspeople.
Look, 10 years she'll be in a loveless marriage addicted to painkillers.
If there is a God.
If there's a God.
Oh, God. Let's not go there.
No.
We talked about that.
That's somebody else's. That's somebody else's joke. Let's not do other people's material.
But yeah, after that shit happens, though, you tend to cover up a bit,
Yeah.
or worry about that shit. So
Yeah. One day you will stop worrying about it.
yeah, I probably will. But until that day, I'll keep you fuckers guessing. Let's go to the new Scooby show thing real quick.
Okay.
I don't think we've talked about this before, but neither of us can fucking remember.
I think we did, but I can't be for sure.
If we did talk about it, sorry, we're repeating ourselves.
fuck it.
But I didn't cross it off my list, so I'm guessing we didn't.
Okay.
But anywho, there might possibly be a title for the new Scooby-Doo show that they're working on, which I know for a fact we have talked about, because I talked about those videos that Matthew Lillard posted on Instagram and shit, where you see Frank and My Coochie's in it, so we know she's sticking around as Velma. There was a account that showed up on Twitter a few weeks ago, or a couple months ago, I guess.
Yeah, it's been a while at this point.
Yeah,
this topic's been bumped a couple
was
times.
It has, yeah. That was claiming to be Frank Welker, and it looked pretty legit, because, I mean, even Billy West was like, it's him! He finally joined Twitter, and people were like, oh my god, it is! And, like, this dude, whoever this was, got a shit ton of followers real quick, and a couple other people were like, it's him! And then, I think it was Phil Lamar was the one that was like, pump the brakes! Wait, what? Mm-hmm. I don't know, that doesn't seem like Frank's style, which, admittedly, it didn't, but I was like, hey, it's Billy West. Billy's worked with him a bunch.
Right.
Apparently people were like, yeah, this doesn't pass the smell test, so people started looking into it and turned out it was fake.
Didn't he put out a statement even that says, I'm not on Twitter, fuck off?
I don't know about that, but I mean, a couple people that know him, it was Gray.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Gray Griffin texted him and was like, it's not him, he just texted me.
Gotcha.
And a couple people were like, I'm recording with him tomorrow, I'll ask and find out. But one of the things that came from that account, which the tweet has since been deleted, but I saved the picture. There's some lady, I guess she's a producer on the new show.
Yeah.
There's a picture of her, some dude that I don't recognize, but she's hugging Billy West, and next to him, kneeling down on the ground, is Frank pointing up at Billy. And I was like, oh, that's a cool picture. And this fake Frank account RT'd this picture, I think. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, oh, that's kind of cool. You rarely ever see Billy and Frank in the same picture. And I'm just looking through this picture, and I see there's some papers and shit on this table. And I was like, huh, that's cool. That looks like a script. So I zoomed in on it, and in big bold letters on the what looks like a script, it's Scooby, no hyphen, do, exclamation point, guess who? Mm-hmm. And I was like, wait a minute. That can't be right. And I looked at it and I sent it to a few people, and it turns out, yeah, apparently it is legit, but I'm guessing this producer or whatever, she has gotten some shit over it because that picture got deleted.
Yeah.
I think accidentally the title of the next series or next movie or something got leaked.
You discovered it.
I done did good and I spotted it.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah. I wonder why it's called Scooby-Doo Guess Who. Is it because there's supposed to be lots of guest stars on it?
That's what the which I actually got in a Twitter battle with some fucking cocksucker because he was shit-talking a couple people about it. But that's what the speculation is like maybe it might be a sort of reboot or redo of the new Scooby-Doo movies where like each week there's some kind of guest star because we know for a fact that Kevin Conroy is going to be on it.
And
when that was announced,
who the fuck else is he going to play other than Batman?
But Batman?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
see, that's the thing.
He could be somebody else, but why would you go Kevin Conroy if you're not going to do Batman?
But see, the thing is, it depends on the tone of the series, but I'm wondering if maybe Diedrich Bader wouldn't be a better choice for Batman in Scooby.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I can see that.
Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, Kevin Conroy to me is Batman.
Yeah.
He's not the best Batman. He is Batman.
Yeah, but Diedrich Bader's pretty good.
Yeah, I think he's a better choice for a more kid-friendly Batman, you know?
Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, at the same time, it's just like, what voice work has Kevin Conroy really done that's not been tied to Batman in some fashion, you know? Because mostly it's like, he does plays or movies and shit, and then people pull him into a recording booth and be like, yo, remember that Bat thing you did? Do it again.
Right.
So, yeah, the speculation, a lot of people have been speculating that, yeah, it's going to be a new Scooby movies type deal with guest stars like that. But when...
Oh, I know what. He's gonna voice Scrappy Doo.
Now let's give that a think. That would be interesting. Scrappy, it's like, it's Scrappy Dappy Doo. That's a bad Batman.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Puppy power, asshole. I don't know why all of a sudden Scrappy's like smoking and swearing at people, but he does, apparently. But yeah, I think we talked about when Conroy was announced, people were like, holy shit, they're finally going to do another Batman Scooby movie. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But given all these guest stars that have popped up in pictures on Twitter and in videos and shit, it's looking like it might be a guest star show, which I'm all for.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
That would bring a lot more attention to Scooby, which I'm always down for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as long as they actually air this show.
I mean, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if they do this show and they just throw it on Boomerang, the streaming service.
Oh, could be.
It's like, if you want to see it, you gotta pay, bitches!
Yeah, just like that new fucking Star Trek show that looks terrible.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sad that I missed that.
Me neither, actually.
And I'll be honest with you, though, just to stick with Scooby for a second, I would rather they just throw it on Boomerang because Cartoon Network's fucking stupid. We've been over that many times, but they don't know what to do with Scooby. They've got their heads so far up their own asses.
They don't know what to do with anything because, and this is petty, I guess, but like they don't have a streaming channel. Like
Cartoon Network?
No, like Disney XD, Disney Junior, Nickelodeon, Nick Jr., all those fucking stations, all those channels. You can get there's a streaming version for like Roku and for your smart TV.
Oh, you mean like how Disney XD has that streaming app where after the episode airs you can watch it there?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like you can watch their shows you can watch them as they're airing like live.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But you log in and you have to put in your cable provider and your cable
gotcha
password and all that shit. So if you know somebody, you don't necessarily have to have cable. Is all I'm saying. But my point is, Cartoon Network doesn't have that.
I did not know that.
I was like, what? Why?
I mean, I didn't know that, but that does not surprise me at all.
Yeah. It's like
given how fucking stupid they are.
So like I said, that's kind of a petty complaint or evidence of their incompetence. But I mean, at the same time, it's like, fucking everybody else has got one. Why don't you have one?
See, that wouldn't even occur to me, and not like, because you know how I am, it's like, fuck that type of shit. That wouldn't even occur to me that they would do something like that, because I know how fucking...
How backwards they are.
Dumb they are over there. Yeah. It seems like, for that type of shit, they're just relying on the Boomerang service, where it's like, pay fucking $6 a month if you want to see it, asshole. Mm-hmm. That type of thing, which, it's just like, whatever, that's what you want to do. Right. Which, the other fucked up thing is, like, all of that shit that's on Boomerang... they own. It's not like Netflix where they're licensing it or whatever.
Right.
They own it. But from what I've heard, they put shit up and then they take shit down. And it's like, why? It's like, you own the shit. But every couple months they add something new and they'll take some of the other shit down. And it's like, that makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, well, the one thing could be like infrastructure. You have to have you have to pay for the servers to host all that shit. So like,
I understand
that's
that,
like
but
tons and tons of data to have all your episodes in HD video. You know, that's a ton of like not cheap storage and servers to run that to stream that shit.
I understand that, but at the same time, it's like this service is not going to last because I've seen plenty of people say, "Well, why the fuck would I pay $6 a month for this service that the shit that I want to watch is going to get taken down or could get taken down when I could just get the DVDs, have them forever?"
Right.
And I've seen these people who actually embrace these streaming services saying this shit. Because they'll put up a show, but they won't put up all of the show. They'll put up like 20 episodes of it.
Yeah, I hate that. I think Disney XD might have been doing that with Rebels at first. I don't think they're still doing it. I think they've got all 3 seasons up there now. But I think at first it was like, I think it may have only been like a half a season on there. And I was like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know though. It's Cartoon Network and Boomerang. It's just like, if you want that shit to survive, you're gonna have to fucking pony up and make it worthwhile, because all these streaming services and shit, it's like, if you want people to cut the cord, you can't fucking
Right, especially if it's an a la carte. You know, you don't have to have cable to watch this.
Yeah, it's like, if you want people to cut the cord on cable and shit, and you want them to come to these streaming services, you've got to make it worthwhile, because, I mean, you've got Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, all these different services trying to get in the game, and then now Disney's going to launch their own. There's Boomerang out there. There's probably dozens more I can't even think of. Where it's like, okay, so people have got Netflix and Amazon and Hulu. Right there, you've got basically everything.
Mm-hmm. I know. That's
between those 3. So why the fuck would you bother getting all these others when the shit that you want to see, only half of it's there?
Yep.
I mean, I've seen a lot of people saying, because Disney's pulling all their movies off of Netflix and shit, they're like, well, fuck them, I've already seen them. Why do I want to pay? And I've got all the Star Wars movies like 6 times on DVD and whatnot. Why am I going to pay to see them on your service? It don't make sense. And it's like, I agree, Disney's, it doesn't...
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're thinking, unless they're going to start putting like original programming on there like Netflix does, you know?
Well, they are doing a Star Wars show that's going to be exclusive to it, I think.
Shut up, really? Is it fucking...
Well, not like a cartoon.
Is it fucking Detours?
It's going to be like a... Nah, that I would be into.
Fuck that.
But I think it's going to be like a talk show type of thing.
What?
I think so, yeah. Almost like the YouTube things. The Star Wars show. It's going to be sort of
Rebels
like that,
Recon?
a behind the scenes... Well, that too, but, you know, they do the Star Wars show thing, too, where they break all their news lately.
Oh, no, I haven't been paying attention, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that's still happening. But it's basically like Rebels Recon, but everything Star Wars. And I think even Andy hosts it with some dude. It's like, who the fuck is this asshole? But, yeah, it's going to be a show sort of like that, I think, that's going to be exclusive to this app. It's like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Just put it on YouTube.
Pass.
So, yeah, I don't get it, but whatever.
Yeah.
To me, it would make more sense to just do that type of shit on YouTube, get in the extra ad money for it, or try to get, like, Netflix or something to take it.
Yeah.
But even they wouldn't want it, so... No. Who gives a shit? That type of shit, it's like, get Netflix to pay for it and just put it there. Your movies and whatnot. That makes way more sense than trying to start your own.
Right. Because, like I just said, all the infrastructure and the back-end assets you gotta have to run that kind of shit.
Exactly,
I mean,
yeah.
How much money do you think you're really gonna make off this?
If you're just talking Star Wars specifically, it's like, I'm not slamming Star Wars. I know you're not. We both love it, but it's like, who gives a fuck if you've got all 8 movies up there?
Yeah, who gives a shit? I have all 8 movies in my fucking basement.
Guess what? You can fucking watch them. You can watch them on fucking TNT this weekend.
Yeah, well, guess what? I bet that's gonna fucking stop.
After a while, they've already got the rights, the TV rights to it for a while, though. I think like 2 years.
Oh, really?
Or something.
Okay.
I think, yeah, because they paid a big fucking amount.
Yeah, but then again, you watch it on TNT, then you gotta watch fucking every 11 minutes they have to break for a commercial. It's ridiculous.
I get that, but I mean, there's people who'll watch it, people who own it that'll be like, fuck it, let's watch it on TNT. And it's like, why, when you can go get the fucking DVD and finish it in 2 hours instead of 4? It's the same type of thing. It's like, why are you going to pay $8 a month just to fucking get it streaming when you can watch it on TV or go get the DVD? It don't make sense.
Or buy it streaming. Buy the motherfucker on Amazon. That's what I did. a couple years ago.
Yep.
I don't know if I ever told you that. Well, I must have, because that's how I watched Phantom Menace. But
Yeah, you told me.
But I bought the saga when they put it out on digital for the first time. It took me a while to actually pull the trigger, because I was like, I can't do this. I can't. And then finally I was like, fuck it. My OCD kicked in, and I was like, fuck it. I gotta have it.
Gotta have them all.
So I did, and it's like go buy it on there. Now you got it streaming anyway. You don't have to pay $8 a month. Pay $40 or whatever it was for all 6 movies, and boom, done.
Yeah. The thing that bugged me when they put them out on digital is they really put a lot of extras out with it that you could only get digitally. That was kind of shitty, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah, I hate when they do that kind of shit. Like, oh, this version of the movie's got this extra 15-minute featurette or whatever the fuck, and you can only get that at Best Buy. But then there's this different one at Target that's got a different fucking 15-minute. I was like, fuck you. Why you gotta...
Well, people got pissed about that with one of the Star Trek movies, and they were like, okay, we're sorry, just send us your proof of purchase, and we'll send you a disc with all of it.
Or we'll give you a code to download it.
Yeah. I mean, they did that with Episode 7 at Target. Like, they had this digital thing, and then they ended up putting that shit on the super special edition that came out earlier last year. And it's like, then why didn't you just put that shit all together in the first place?
I can tell you why.
Yeah, I know, because Lucasfilm loves the double dip. They always have, even when George owned them. But anyway, let's move on. We started fuck this shit early, dude.
Yeah, no kidding.
If you want to try to fit in our last 2 topics, go for it, because I have no fucking clue where you want to go with these.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just going to touch on Marvel Legacy, because I had read Marvel Legacy #1.
Okay.
And I don't know. I'm out of steam now.
Oh.
I'm out of steam. I don't know what I was going to talk about.
And then Dark Knight's Metal, you had something about that, too.
Well, Dark Knight's Metal is kind of like, I don't know what the fuck to think about that. There's only been 2. The 3rd issue comes out next week.
I guess.
But I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on in this. I mean, it's not quite Grant Morrison level of like head fuckery or whatever, but
head fuckery.
That's
funny.
But you know what I mean? Like, where you're reading it and you're like, am I stupid? Am I retarded? Why can't I read this comic book?
It's not like reading a modern day, a recent edition of Fantastic Four where it's just like, I don't understand shit that's going on. Because they're just using big words. And it's not like that. It's just like deep as shit.
It presents so much information without any... Like, it presumes that you know all this shit already. You know all these inside baseball references and...
Well, have we not bitched for a year and a half about how they don't pay attention to continuity?
Well, yeah. No, I mean, it's cool when you know it and you get, like, that Spec Spidey, some of the references in there, and they do give you, like, the editor's box to say when it happened or kind of, like, refresh your memory a little bit. But, like, this is, like... Well, and what irritates me kind of about Dark Knight's Metal is I thought going into it that it was its own thing. It was its own event, miniseries thing. But again, it's not. It's a fucking tie-in with like every other title and shit going on in DC. And then now the dark multiverse Batmen have arrived, and so now there's a one-shot for all the different Batman dark multiverse flavors of Batman. And it's like, fucking what? I don't know what's happening here. But apparently there's stuff that ties back to, and what's really fucked up is like they've got that countdown doomsday clock or whatever going on now.
Oh, fuck that.
Like Rebirth and Doomsday Clock and all this shit. And then now they're pulling in this Dark Knight's Metal stuff with the Nth Metal and all, and I'm like, what the fuck is the real continuity here? What is really happening?
Which, speaking of, Rebirth, they're taking that off the titles and going back to, like, a corner box.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Holy shit. I saw that and it was like, oh.
It looks way prettier.
Those covers look awesome. Yeah, because it's got that old school, hate to say it, but it looks like the old school Marvel books.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, DC never really had the corner box like that. I mean, they had one, but theirs felt more open. Marvel had, like, the steady box that was iconic and everything.
Yeah.
And it's like,
the thing
that's so pretty.
They're dumping that big, huge Rebirth banner.
Yeah.
It's been on all the books for like
for
2
like
years.
a year and a half or whatever.
And it's like it takes up like an eighth of the cover. So it's like, oh, that's kind of distracting.
And it's swooping too. It's not a straight banner across the top. It looks like a draped curtain over the top of your book, which is weird. But they're getting rid of that, and it's like, ooh. And once again, I've got to say, that new DC logo is so beautiful.
It's nice and simple.
Just the simple circle with the DC in it. I love that.
But anyway, so Dark Knight's Metal is Snyder and Capullo teaming up. It's actually this like the same whole team that did the New 52 Batman.
Okay.
Like the colorist, the inker, or the letterer, everybody. It's all the same people. So the story's well written, but it, like I said, it's like almost too dense for me or something. Like I don't. It's like I'm missing something. So like
that's what I wanted to ask you.
I mean, I could follow what's going on, and it makes kind of sense, but there's like it feels like there's big gaps in the events, and I guess they're filled in other books, and then
you said that, and that's what I wanted to ask you. You said it's like a tie-in. Okay, is this the main series and everything else ties into it, or does it feel like this is a tie-in to everything else that's going on?
It almost feels like I haven't read any of the ancillary books or anything, but it's almost like this is the event book. So like all this other stuff might be happening in other series and other books, and then once a month, Dark Knight's Metal comes out, and it's like the culmination of what's been happening in the other books. So not necessarily a tie-in, but like almost like maybe the payoff for.
Okay, yeah. So it's not like the main series.
I don't think so.
That's fucking weird.
But I can't say that for sure. I mean, it's definitely its own. It's definitely its own story. You can definitely follow it, but it does feel like it's like, what the fuck? What did I miss? Why is this happening?
Yeah, see, that was my touchstone for that type of shit is always Civil War, because that was my first event.
Yeah.
And that was its own story, and it was enhanced by the other, the tie-ins and shit. But from what I've heard you say, it feels like you said, this is the culmination. It's not the main story.
Yeah, but at the same time,
and it's not like a tie-in to everything. But at the same time,
it kind of is. Oof. Yeah, but like I said, I think I'm just too stupid to follow it. But the art's fucking beautiful.
Oh, goddamn,
the art's beautiful. The story, the writing is top notch. It's just I think I'm too stupid to follow the plot or to follow. I mean, I can kind of follow it, but it gets so. Some of it is almost like Swamp Thingy.
Swamp Thingy.
Well, have you ever read the Alan Moore Swamp Thing stuff?
No.
And how fucking trippy it gets, and like
I haven't read that. I haven't read this Morrison stuff you're talking about, where it's like what the Batman or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Where you say it gets real fucking deep, and you're like, I don't even know what's going on here. I've not read any of that type of shit. You'll find there's a lot of gaps in my fucking reading history.
Yeah.
When I used to go into comic shops, it'd be like Spider-Man and Scooby-Doo were the two books I would look for, and that's why I settled on Steve's shop, because a lot of shops we went into, if you'd be like Star Wars and Spider-Man, they'd be like, fucking grow up. Like literally, they would mock you and shit.
Oh, nice.
And tell you to grow up for just reading those two books. And it's like, okay, well, let's not come here ever again.
Right.
So, yeah, that's mainly what I've always read when I started buying hardcore. It was just Scooby-Doo and Spider-Man. That's it. And then I picked up some Star Wars books as they were going, and I got some FF stuff, and I tried Wolverine for a while, and Punisher, but I never really got to dive deep into some of the older shit that everybody's like, did you read this? And it's like, fuck no. Because I could never find it, so it's just like, fuck it. Before my time, I don't care.
But I mean, I do like it. It's just, I just...
Too deep.
Yeah, or, I don't know, like I said, it feels kind of incomplete. It doesn't feel like Court of Owls did, or like the New 52 stuff did. Then again, later in that run, they started to get kind of like that. So I don't know if it's just Snyder's style, or...
He does seem like a big fucking long con planner.
Yeah, or like he'll drop stuff on you without warning or without explanation, like between books, Like things will change drastically from one book to another, and he won't necessarily explain it.
Gotcha. Weird.
But like the whole conceit of this Dark Knight's Metal is kind of fucked up in itself. And I'm not even sure that I totally understand what it's all about, really.
I don't know. I haven't really paid attention to it, so I don't know what the fuck it's about.
And I think part of it too
on.
is like, I don't know what the dark multiverse is. I didn't even know that was a real thing. And so they're talking about the dark multiverse and all this shit, and like at the end of the issue 2, like all these fucking evil Batman show up from alternate universes or from the dark multiverse, and it's like, what the fuck, dude? It's like a Batman version of Green Lantern and a Batman version of the Joker, and where Batman is like the Joker, but then there's like a Batman that's like Green Lantern, and there's a Batman that's like fucking Doomsday, and there's a Batman that's like, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
It almost sounds like fucking Spider-Verse, where it was like every single version of Spider-Man ever that they've had, it was in it.
Yeah, it's definitely weird.
But it sounds... Yeah, that's fucked
But it's pretty to look at.
When they first announced Dark Knight Metal or whatever the fuck they were calling it at first, to me it almost sounded like it was going to be a new version of Legends of the Dark Knight, like an anthology type series.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like an Elseworlds. Like it was going to be in this bizarre gonzo universe of Batman something. I don't know what I thought it was going to be really, but...
It sure ain't what you thought.
No, I mean, it's better than what I thought. I thought it was going to be stupid. Like, totally dumb, like an Elseworlds or something. So it's definitely cool, and I just don't totally get it. So I just have to be the dummy and sit there and look at the pretty pictures.
Yeah, I was going to say that earlier. You're like, fuck it, I can't understand
Yeah, fuck it, I'm just going to look at the pictures.
I just look at the art. Oh, look at the pretty. Oh, we're at 2 hours, so do you want to do fuck this shit and go?
Yeah.
Play the intro for that. Wow, it feels weird. We haven't done this one in a while.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go first since you're still thinking, right?
Yeah.
I've been sitting on this fuck this shit for, probably 2 months at this point. Maybe less. I was watching Kimmel one night, like 2 months ago, and he had Jim Parsons on, Sheldon from Big Bang.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah, and he was talking about that Young Sheldon show, which we watched the pilot of it. That was terrible.
Oh, you did? You actually watched it? It was just as bad as the commercial looked?
Yeah, like I've said before, we watch Big Bang Theory. We can enjoy it, but... when they showed that first trailer for Young Sheldon, I was like, this looks like dog shit. And it was. It was. But, long story short, he was on there promoting both of them, and he really fucking pissed me off. He was talking about how they were both premiering that night or some shit, and he goes, yeah, so, I'm acting on Big Bang, and then I just do voiceover on the other one. And it's like, you fucking cocksucker. Because, it's hard to talk about and... express what I'm thinking, but it's like, I hate when people say, I'm a voiceover artist, and it's like, no, you're not, you're a fucking voice actor. To fucking call it anything else is to diminish it, Because it's like, on screen, you're acting, but if, you're doing animation or something, you're just voicing, you're doing voiceover, and it's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And I think this ties into a previous fuck this shit or something that I've wanted to talk about before, where it's like, Christoph Waltz was like, it's true acting. There's no green screen around. It's like, fuck you, that's real acting.
Right, when you have to pretend something's there.
Exactly. And it's like, voice acting is the purest form of acting you can find. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a voice actor,
fucking hard. It's not easy.
Yeah, because you've got nothing to go on. It's acting in its purest form.
I know it's not easy just from, like, we've done a couple things for this show, or for, like, the camping trip. Did a couple things, and it was like, oh, this will be easy to make it sound interesting, or, and it's like, it just sounds like me. It doesn't sound like, it doesn't sound very good at all, really. I mean, it sounds okay, but it just sounds like somebody reading the lines. It's not like, and I thought I was really trying, like, and it just came out that way.
Yeah, I mean, exactly, yeah. I've had plenty of times where it's like, okay, let's do this. And there's a few things that I released under deadlines, and it's like, fuck, I wish I would have taken another stab at that, because it just sounds wooden.
Yeah.
But yeah, I act on this and I just do voiceover on that, and it's like, fuck you, dude. I get real defensive of that shit.
I could tell it really hit a nerve.
It did. I was like, because, like I said, it's the purest form of acting. That is pure fucking make pretend voice acting is, Especially if you're doing it like how I do it or, like, we did it with the camping trip where, like, we were not recording that middle scene together where, like, we're talking. That was separate recordings, like, months apart.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, then it's even harder. Or, like, perfect example is What's Your Emergency? Where I recorded mine and then sent it to you. Like, you've got to hope to Christ you can play off of or hope that whoever's matching your energy or whatever, you know?
Yeah, it's not easy.
I've thought about writing a What's Your Emergency sequel, and it's like, if we do that, I want to do it like this. So we've got the back and forth.
Oh, yeah, I could do that.
Because I think that would be a lot better.
Yeah, you're probably right. It probably would work a lot better.
But that's What's Your Emergency again, specifically. I thought that was perfect because people have always said, you know, this pod works because, like, I'm fucking crazy and high energy and you're more reserved and a little bit drier, you know, you're not fucking flying off the handle every 5 seconds.
I sound boring. I
were
sound
perfect.
Like fucking Bob Newhart or something. It's just like so... Like, even, like, yesterday when I came by your house and I was talking to you guys, I'm like,
yeah,
dude, could I sound have less energy? In my head, I'm talking normal, but then when I think about it, I'm like, fuck, I sound like I'm like half asleep or like I'm on drugs or something.
I don't ever really get that. It's just like I
so
said, you just seem
monotone.
more reserved.
Yeah, I feel so monotone most of the time. It doesn't sound that way in my head, but then when I listen back to it, I'm like, oh my god, could you put a little fucking emotion in any of this?
I mean, specifically, like, when we do Fuck This Shit, that was always my thing, especially in the beginning, where it's like, dude, come on! But you'd be like, I'm really pissed about this, and here's why.
I'm like...
And it's like, come on, dude!
I'm really trying.
But for the most part, like, I don't think that, but when we do this segment, yeah. But that's why I thought you were perfect for the 911 operator, because you can't be a 911 operator and somebody's like, I got a knife in my fucking throat! You can't be like, oh shit! You know, you can, like, don't touch it, just, it'll be okay. Paramedics are on their way. That type of thing. That would be fucked up. That's a segment for What's Your Emergency too. Like, somebody calls.
They freak out.
And they're like, something's wrong. And it's like, ah! Or something. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Mental note.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, do you have a Fuck This Shit, or are you ready to wrap her up?
No, I guess I don't. I thought I had one, but if it comes to me, I'll write it down for next time.
Okay. In that wow, it is going to be less than 2.5 hours.
Maybe.
In that case, let's go to thank yous. First thank you, as per usual, goes to @theJSarge. Go to remedial-theory.bandcamp.com. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking maybe before the end of the year he might have something new to release.
What?
Yeah! I was talking to him the other day because it was like, holy shit, I haven't talked to this dude in a long time, so and I'd been listening to some shit, and I guess, I don't know, subconsciously it was like, he does music, I was listening to music or something, I don't fucking know, but I talked to him the other day, and yeah, I think he might be working on something new.
Cool. Yeah, I really got to get on this fucking D&D thing that we were gonna do.
Yeah, I mean,
I got the books. The books are still sitting out next to my bed on the nightstand, and I'm like, they've been there since we recorded that last episode, and it's like every once in a while I'll look over and I'm like, fuck, I gotta get. When are we ever gonna do this? We gotta do this before, like. He probably thinks we totally fucking forgot him.
You tweeted something about that, I think, to Steve Boost, and it was like, yeah, I've thought about that a couple times since we recorded.
Pretending with Dice show was doing their first. They did a D&D run, which made me think of what we were planning to do.
Yeah.
And then I guess their next cycle they did a Star Trek one with this new Star Trek game.
Yeah.
Or they were getting ready to, and I was like, oh shit, is that any good? And anyway, we were talking about that for a minute, and then I said, yeah, we got to get back to doing our D&D thing that we were supposed to do like fucking months ago.
Well, we never really did be like, and we're going to do this soon.
No.
It was just like, here's the setup, we're going to continue at some point.
The intention was not to go like 9 fucking months between.
Yeah, for sure.
Like everybody's forgot by now.
I hope not, but yeah. I've thought about it a few times since we recorded that too. It's like, we should try to line that up, and then it's just like, well, we got other shit to do. We can't record for a couple weeks, so it's like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe we could try to do that for January or something.
Okay.
Talk to Jay Sarge, and maybe we could try to, or hell, maybe even do it for our 2-year anniversary. Fuck, because that was the 1-year anniversary.
No, that's true.
I'd like to do it before then, though.
Yeah, I'd like to do it before.
But, anywho.
Anywho, back to thank yous.
Thanks for the song as per usual, and check out his stuff. And then at Sherry Says on the tweeters, follow her on Instagram Instagram.com/Sherry Says. And then, at JP Montgomery, follow her. Thanks for snapping them photographs of Logan. That's it for thank yous. Now to our shit. We're on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, SoundCloud. We're part of the High Altitude Podcast Network at highaltpod.net. And find everything at nerdblitz.com. Get some merch. Go to redbubble.com/people/nerdblitzpod/shop. Before the end of the year, we're gonna have, I'm pretty sure, at least one new design up. I'm hoping to get another one because we've got an idea for something else. You and I have talked about it. It would be pretty funny. Hopefully we can get an artist to work on that. Go to tsdjaproductions.bandcamp.com. I'm hoping we'll have something new there before the end of the year, too. Follow us on Twitter. I'm at the Scooby Doom. You are
At Fitzman73.
And together we're at Nerd Blitz Pod. Is there anything fucking else we need to talk about?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Sure.
So if there's nothing else this time, though, specifically this time...
Goodbye.
Come back next time, our sanity depends on it.
That was weird.
It was a little bit, but you know what? I enjoyed it, and I think it works.
I'm just going to pretend that was Hugh Hefner.
Come here, baby, it's fuck night.
Ew.
Yeah, he called this Quaaludes thigh openers, according to her.
Are you serious?
I'm fucking serious.
Ugh.
He said, back in the days, we used to call these thigh openers.
And she's like, oh, really?
He's like, oh my god, what have I done?
Oh, that's cool. Can I get my paycheck for this month? Did he pay them to be his girlfriends, or was that just the benefit?
They got an allowance.
Okay, good. Oof, poor girls. Okay, that's enough.
Yeah, goodbye. I'm sad now.
This has been a feature of JJ2E Media and TSDJA Productions.